Hello, my dear students. Welcome back once again. So today we are going to go through ISC Economic Specimen Question Paper Solved 2023. Okay, so maximum marks is 80. Yeah, so altogether three sections are there: section A, section B, and C. So today we'll be going through section A and section B. Okay, so let's go through it. So answer all questions in section A, section B, and section C. Section A consists of objective very short answer question. So section A will be of very short as well as MCQ. Okay, so let's start with section A, which is of 16 marks. So let's start with question number 1. So number 1, indifference curve is convex to the origin due to indifference curve is convex to the origin due to which of this following? Okay, A, B, C, and D. Axiom of transitivity, law of DMU, law of DMRS, and axiom of non-satiety. Okay, so let us see which one will be the correct one. So C will be the correct answer. Okay, so this I am going to mark it. So question number 1, C is the correct one. Now let us move on to number 2. When supply of commodity increases by 24%, following the rise in price by 8%. Okay, 8%. 8% supply curve will be positively sloped with positive intercept, positively sloped with negative intercept, horizontal or parallel to price axis. So the correct answer will be A. Okay, correct answer will be A, positively sloped with positive intercept. Now based on this figure, okay, based on this figure, in the figure given above, D is demand curve for normal good. It shifts to D. It shifts to D, which is a case of which of the following? Which is the case of which of the following? So the correct answer will be extension of demand due to change in price level, increase in demand due to rise in expected future price of commodity. It is a rise. Okay, contraction of demand due to increase in price of a substitute, or D, increase in demand due to rise in the price of a complementary good. So the correct answer will be B. This is the correct answer. Okay, number B. Now number 4, demand curve parallel to x-axis signifies perfectly elastic, perfectly inelastic, elastic, and the D is inelastic. So the answer is elastic. Okay, C is the correct one. Number 5, which one of the following is a pair of direct tax? Excise duty and wealth tax, service tax and income tax, excise duty and service tax, wealth tax and income tax. The answer is D, wealth tax and income tax. Okay, now next one, number 6. Which one of the following is included in the calculation of national income? Transfer earnings, sale proceeds of shares and bonds, black money, none of the above. None of the above. So the correct answer is none of the above. Okay. Then number 7. Indian Railways charges lower freight rates for transporting essential products like food, coal, etc., as compared to freight charges for other products like TV, air cooler, etc. This is an example of price ceiling, price discrimination, price control, and floor pricing. So the correct answer is floor pricing. Okay, D is the correct one. Then number 8, the firm produces its profit maximizing level of output only when. So which one of this? MR equal to AR, MR is greater than MC, AR is lesser than MR, MC equal to MR. Okay, so for number 8, the correct answer will be B. So correct answer will be D. Okay, so for number 8, D is the correct answer. So 8 we have already done. Now on the basis of this, complete the following table. So I have already done it. You can go through it. Okay. So it is the one. In place of A, I could not make it. So it is delta. Okay. So this you can go through it. If you require it, you can copy it down. Okay. It's already solved. Okay. So MPC is it will be 0.6, 0.6, and MPS will be 0.4. Okay. Now let us move on to number 10. What is investment multiplier? Investment multiplier refers to the number of times by which the increases in output or income exceeds the increase in investment. It is measured as a ratio between change in output and change in investment. Number 11, mention any two sources of receipt from tax revenue of the government budget. So tax is compulsory payment to the government by the households, firms, or other institutional unit. Tax is a revenue received because it does not involve any corresponding liability for the government. Example of tax receipts are progressive and regressive tax, direct and indirect tax, value and value added tax, or specific tax. Now number 12. State whether the following statement is true or false. Give one reason for your answer. Undistributed profits are not a part of domestic factor income. You have to give a reason. So the above statement is false regarding undistributed profit. It is a part of profit which is not distributed among the factors of production. Profit is a component of domestic factor income. That's why it is included in domestic factor income and national income. Now number 13. An oligopolist has an indeterminate demand curve. What is the reason for this feature of oligopoly? Okay, the answer is under oligopoly, the exact behavior pattern of producer cannot be determined within certainty. So demand curve faced by an oligopolist is indeterminate or uncertain. Okay, number 4. Why is AR equal to MR equal to B a horizontal straight line under perfect competition in a short run? Why? Why it is so? So answer is given over here. Under perfect competition market, firms are price taker and firm is free to sell any quantity at this price. Okay, so this makes the AR curve perfectly elastic and thus parallel to x-axis. According to AR and MR relationship, when AR is constant, MR equal to AR. So AR curve is always MR curve of the form. Okay, so this is the thing you have to write it down. Number 15. So what does this signify? Small c stands for autonomous consumption expenditure. What does O lesser than C and C lesser than 1? Okay, signify that autonomous consumption expenditure always greater than 0 and is never be negative. So it increases with the increase in income of the individual. So number 15 is also over. Okay, so altogether how many questions? Okay, one might be missing, so I missed somewhere. 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now let us move on to question number 5. Sorry, section B, 32 marks. Question number 2. The following headline appeared in the newspaper: crop damage in Himachal Pradesh sent to tomato prices soaring in Delhi. Analyze the statement in reference to relationship in price and supply. So answer is here. So okay, so this also should be, this is 2 points. Okay, when production of tomato damaged, it means supply becomes scarce, their price increases. In such case, a product can be sold at a price greater than the equivalent price. This is the fundamental economic theory that when demand exceeds supply, prices tend to rise. There is an inverse relationship between supply and the price of goods and services when demand is damaged. Okay, so the initial demand for commodity was 100 unit. So when rise in price by 5 rupees, the demand for the quantity decreases by 5 unit. The elasticity of demand is 1.2. Calculate the price before the change in demand. So I think this up to this much will be done. Now number, okay, this I have only done number 1. Okay, so this one I have missed out. So next time. Number 3. State any two difference between a direct tax and indirect tax. So direct tax is a tax that person or organization pays directly to the entity that imposed it. And indirect tax is a tax imposed by government on a taxpayer for goods and services rendered. Okay, now number 2, the number 4.1. What is marginal cost of a firm? The marginal cost refers to addition to total cost when one more unit of output is produced. Marginal costs are based on cost hiring, purchasing factors of production that are variable like labor, material, and equipments. Okay, so this I did not do it, calculation work. Okay. Number 5, explain any two features of perfect competition. Perfect competition refers to a market situation where are very large number of buyers and sellers dealing in a homogeneous product at a price fixed by the market. Features of perfect competition market are as follows. In a perfect competitive market, there are very large number of buyers and sellers. The product offered for sale in the market is homogeneous. Number 2, what is mean by intense competition under oligopoly? Intense competition refers to competition among limited firm or seller. Oligopoly is a market situation in which there are few firms selling homogeneous or differentiated product. Okay, and next one I did not do. So next, question number 6. So here it goes. You can go through it. You can take a screenshot. In a short run on a perfect competition, a firm should produce if P or AR is greater or equal to ABC justify. So it is here. This part is there. You can go through it. Okay. Then why do firms earn normal profit in a long run under perfect competition? In a long run, profit and losses are eliminated because an infinite number of firms are producing infinitely divisible homogeneous product. Free entry will sit the market. Free entry will sit the market supply curve to the right, driving down the market price and profits, or other will be more competition which will lower price and profit. Similarly, free exit of firm will reduce supply curve shifts left. So due to the above reasons, an equilibrium level, the firm earned only normal profits in the long run. Number 7, what is mean by inflation? Mention the types of inflation. So it is mentioned over here. Inflation means the increase in price of goods and services in an economy. It refers to the general rise in the level of prices. Types of inflation: creeping inflation and walking or trotting inflation. Explain the role of repo rate in controlling inflation. The rate at which RBI offers short period loan to commercial bank by buying the government securities in the open market is called repo rate. So during inflation, the cost of capital is increased by increasing the repo rate. This lowers the demand for credit and accordingly the supply of money in the economy as desired. Okay, okay, this lowers. Now, question number 8 2. Okay, question number 8 2. How does central bank control credit by using qualitative method? So it is mentioned how changes in marginal requirements and regulation of consumer credit. So explanation is given over here, so you can go through it. Okay, changes in marginal requirement are designed to influence the flow of credit against specific commodities. The commercial banks generally advance loans to their customers against some security or securities offered by the borrower and acceptable to the banks. The rise in the margin requirement results in the contraction in the borrowing value of the security, and similarly a fall in the margin requirement results in expansion in the borrowing value of the security. Okay, and the second one, as it is mentioned, regulation of consumer credit is designed to check the flow of credit for consumer durable goods. This can be done by regulating the total volume of credit that may be extended for purchasing specific durable goods and regulating the number installments through which such a loan can be spread. Okay, the central bank uses this method to restrict or liberalize loan conditions accordingly to stabilize the economy. Okay, now section C, 32 marks. Let us move down directly. So I did not do all this calculation. Okay, so question number 13. So on the basis of this small passage, you have to write down the answers. Okay, what is mean by balance payment? The balance of payment of a country is systematic record of all economic transactions between its residents and rest of the world during the given period of time. State any two causes of adverse balance of payment. Two causes. Number one, the most important factor is domestic inflation. And second one, when the domestic economy is going through a phase of boom, then domestic production may be unable to satisfy the domestic demand. It leads to a deficit in BOP due to increase in import. Number three, in the context of international business relation, what does flexible exchange rate system means? So what does flexible exchange rate system mean? The flexible exchange rate system is monetary system that allows the exchange rate to be determined by supply and demand. It is also called free exchange rate as it is determined by the free play of supply and demand forces in the international money market. Then one. Number four, what is mean by net export? Foreign currency is the spine of international investments and global trading. Without it, it would be nearly impossible to determine the value of goods and services imported and exported by different countries to each other. A country like India need reserve to pay external debts, affords capital to fund sectors of the economy, and profit from diversified portfolios. Countries use foreign currencies reserve to keep a fixed rate value, maintain competitively priced exports, okay, remain liquid in case of crisis, and provide confidence for investors. And the last one, what economic variable are measured along x-axis and y-axis for the determination of foreign exchange rate? For the determination of foreign exchange rate under floating regime, the market forces of supply and demand for foreign exchange economic variables are represented along x-axis and y-axis. So this is all from this specimen paper. A few of that I missed out, okay, because I could not do the calculation work through computer. Okay, so some symbols and all, that is why, to save time, so that you all might have already done it. So hope this specimen paper solution will provide help to you. So thank you very much for watching and keep on supporting my channel. Take care, stay safe, and all the best for your board exams. Take care. Bye bye.